Hello and welcome to, for once in our life, we're actually pretty up to date with current affairs. Prince Philip has died, ladies and gentlemen. I don't mean to sound excited by that. I'm not excited by that at all. It's a sad and tragic thing that someone has died. But I am Tom Elwes, and I am joined today, as ever, by my co-host, Mr. Ali Woods.
Hello, Tom, and hello to all the fans of Prince Philip. Sorry to hear about your loss. It sucks, man. All those people's Duke of Edinburgh awards just meaningless now. And
Yeah, I didn't even
yeah,
think about that. My Duke of Edinburgh award.
I feel it's a shame he's died, but he's 99. He's lived a good life. He has been battling a lot of uh, what I'd say is probably natural aging. He's been in and out of
Yeah.
hospital, and he's had a tough time. Sucks
To be
for.
fair, if I
Sorry,
made it to 99,
99.
I'll be over the moon.
That
It's
is
good
amazing.
going.
That is amazing, bro. So whilst it's obviously sad that a figure of our country has died, and someone who I don't think is that. I mean, it's not done anything bad. I assume he's a bit racist because he's 99 years old.
Yeah, he said some things. He's come out with some classics. He's had some absolute, but I don't think he's like crazy racist. I just think he was just really fucking old. Really,
the dude
really old.
must have been born in what? Yeah, 1921. Like
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
he's been around, you know. So fair
He was
play.
about when like Peaky Blinders was about. Like
What, the show? That's so now.
yeah,
He saw
like
Peaky
2012.
Blinders in life and then
Yeah.
saw it on TV show. He's lived a bloody life. But look, no disrespect to the guy. Fair play. Good for if people are into that sort of stuff, serving your country by being in the royal family, cool. I think I don't know how sad people are going to be about this because I think he was a good. What do you call it? First, Duke. What is he? Prince. He's a prince. He was a good prince,
Good
but
prince.
he was like side character to the Queen. I don't know how much the
So
Queen and him were like good mates.
well, I'll fill you in.
Give me royal correspondent Tom.
Royal correspondent. You know I'm a fan. I watched The Crown, and
Oh yeah, good.
So
good. I will
yeah.
just say that everything is made up in the Crown, and we all get on very well. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Brilliant. Well, no, The Crown made it out that they in their youth they had slightly turbulent relationship, but then they actually, once Philip sort of understood the undertaking that the Queen had been being forced to do after her father had died, he kind of stepped up and was a real support for her, and worked with her massively, and it's no easy. We slag off royal family here, but fundamentally you don't pick it, so it's just forced upon you, and it's not.
Who was he though? Who was he before he met the Queen? What was?
He was a prince.
Wait, so
He was a prince of Greece, I think.
What?
Or like maybe
He's a prince from a different country.
Yeah. Back then, you had to marry princes from other countries. You couldn't just marry a regular bloke.
Yeah, because we see what happens there. Try and marry a regular actor or something like that. We see what happens. This is the problem.
Yeah.
They don't get it.
It's best to keep it in the family, basically. To keep it royal.
He's Greek.
I think he was a Greek prince. I don't quite Greek, or maybe German, or maybe he had German heritage because maybe one of his parents was German. But yeah, he was a Greek prince, I think. Yeah.
Fair play.
So that could be so wrong, and we could be about to get so much hate mail. But I'm almost very confident that he was a prince.
Do you think Charles got a little buzz and was like, "This is my time"? And I was like, "Oh, fucking sake, Prince Philip." Welcome to the new.
Yeah, but you know what? You know what does make me sad? Like I don't know. I hope not, because I hope she goes on for many, many, many more years. But I hope it'll be a massive blow, morally and emotionally for the Queen. And I hope she does
grief,
sort of not get bereft with grief kind of thing. Because it obviously would be. They've been married since 1947. Do you know how long that is? That is
fucking hellfire. So that's what 74 years. That's
74 years of marriage. Most people speak to people after 20 years of marriage,
They're
and they're
like,
like,
nah,
"Oh,
nah, bro.
well, you know what he's like, the old having a go at me."
That's a level
But
of
imagine
marriage.
another 54 years on top of the 20 years.
That's a level of marriage that I
Mm,
think has previously not been unlocked. Like, you know what I mean?
yeah,
Like, that's a point where, we have those mobile app games like Temple Run or Candy Crush and stuff like that, where like
yeah,
everyone's trying to get a high score and everyone's trying to get a big score. But then you meet someone who's got like a billion trillion, and they're just like, yeah,
mm,
to be honest, once you get past like level 50, like it's just the same thing, it's just like
yeah,
it's like
over and
once you
over
do
again.
this tactic. And that's what they've done. Who knows what marriage is like after 70 years? Jesus
I,
Christ.
there isn't.
I couldn't even
There'd be
imagine what could you chat about at that point. Oh, Philip, you bloody left your shoes out again.
yeah. I thought I'd had every conversation that was possible to have with my girlfriend during lockdown,
I know.
but 74
74
years,
years.
that dick's on that.
Fucking hell. Fair play though for sticking with being Prince Philip, because it is a long life. It is a long. If you're 99 and you've had to go around to all these people, what do you do, and all that stuff. That's long, bro. He had to do that right up until the end, to be honest. So
Every
big
day.
respect to that, because I find it
Mm,
difficult. I think that's undervalued. The royal family have to make small talk with so many people. I find it difficult making small talk with people. I don't give a shit. I don't care what you
mm,
do. I make the flowers pretty down at shop. Don't care. Don't give a shit, mate. But he has
mm.
to go and pretend. And yes, he'll say something a bit off color, like,
Yeah.
where are you from then? Not from here, I assume. And you'll be like,
Oh.
well, I'm actually born in Croydon, but
Mm.
but
They'd be like, where?
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Croydon, that's okay. But what about your
Yeah.
sovereign state? What about,
Yeah.
about your
Commonwealth of youth.
exactly? Yeah, going around the Commonwealth. The amount of shit he must have said around the Commonwealth. But fair play to him. He stuck to his task and he did it with aplomb. And you're right, I do genuinely feel sad for the Queen, because that's tough. The grief is tough. Also, I don't want the Queen to die, because massive downgrade. Everyone likes the Queen. Who doesn't like
Yeah.
the Queen? This short,
Yeah.
curly-haired grey woman who has lived for a million
She's
years,
great.
going around just continually just doing the ting. She gets it
Ali,
done.
we've spoken about this before, and I think that the age war is coming ever closer. I think I've got more in common with the with the genuine people who sat through World War II than I do the boomers. Okay, we should just cut out the boomers, cut out that whole generation, and just skip to William.
It's that thing of, you're right. It's just skip to William. He's got his own thing, but it's that thing of grandparents really getting on well with their grandchildren, and that relationship
Yeah,
being nice. But the children and the parent don't get on. That's what it's like generationally in this country. I think young people, we fucking love the Queen, love David
yeah,
Attenborough. What a G. You know what I mean?
yeah.
But there's a lot
Prince
of
Prince Prince Andrew, on the other hand, just not the
people
same
in their
level. Just
people
not
in
quite
their
the same.
50s and 60s, where you're
Yeah,
just like, oh,
yeah.
these guys again.
Yeah.
Jesus
And he
Christ.
probably, he loves us, but we're just not feeling the same, Andrew.
Yeah, and he'd probably be crying, Andrew, if he could make any water with his body. If he
Yeah.
Such a shame. He's bone dry, we all know, because he
Yeah.
can't
Yeah.
sweat,
Yeah.
make tears, nothing.
No,
Um,
yeah, so I'll be not completely opposed to just letting William have it after the Queen, I
I
think,
think it
you
would
know.
be super funny to,
Mm.
after all these years, for Prince Charles to not be the king.
Yeah. Lol, no.
Exactly. If they just were about to give him the crown and they were like, psych,
It's like,
will. I
no,
will.
no.
Yeah. So
Because I'll tell you why, we're gonna have to have like a really old guy on all our money. You know?
we have old guys on our monies. You have like, what are you talking about?
You know what I mean? Instead of the Queen, like we're gonna have to like the Queen. Once upon a time, there was like a young, when she came in, there was a young woman on the money, and I want some fresh face. We've got to ramp it up. This is marketing 101. How are we gonna keep this shit alive? We need like the hip, new, cool, fucking Instagram
Your
king.
problem is that the money won't be fit enough. That's your problem. Is
I
that
just want more
you want sexy.
aesthetically appeasing money, Ali. I just want the appeasing money. That's what I
But you
want.
know what? This is exactly why we'll go into a cashless society. This. This will be the thing that tips over the edge.
The money.
Everyone will be like, I'm not carrying Prince Charles on a note, especially after The Crown. I didn't watch the latest series, but apparently he came off a right douche in the last
Yeah,
series.
real prick, real prick, or awful to Diana.
So no one's gonna want paper money when the Queen's gone. That is it. That's it. It's all going to be mobile payments and tapping debit cards. That'll be it, bro.
Yeah.
But yeah, mad news, but not unexpected. I mean, this guy, I feel a bit happy for him almost, because the pictures for the last 2 years of him, that's a struggling old man. That can't be an enjoyable life.
Did it say what he died of?
I tried to look, but they didn't say. They just said he's deceased. I think it was being fucking old. I think there was probably like a heart failure, some organ failure, or something like that. Is probably what's happened.
He's really, I mean, he's old. I mean, the conspiracy theorists amongst us will just be looking at this and be like, well, he's been dead since 1984, but okay, whatever.
All they said was the last thing that happened was he got the vaccine.
Yeah, there we go. Got a vaccine. All I'm saying is, you do the math. Got a vaccine.
So let me just get this right. Right? Okay. Yeah. So 98 years, fine. Yeah. No problem. 98 years.
Not a problem.
One of the fittest people in the country. 98 years young. Yeah. Right. Suddenly, there's a vaccine. Okay. And next minute, he's unfortunately dead. You just made me believe that. All right, mate.
You fools. Fuck shells. You absolute chills.
You idiot. But yeah, look, big up to Prince Philip. May you rest in peace. I'm sure that's the sign off he wanted. That's the official. I'm sure the speech will be something like that, like the Queen's speech. I want the Queen to release a sort of rap, like Tupac Changes, sort of like We Lost a Real One sort of thing. I want that to be.
Yeah. P. Diddy, I'll be missing you kind of vibe.
I would love to talk to a royalist of where he ranks in their sort of favorites, because I think
pretty high.
I think they really love the Queen. They really love Will and Kate. They really love those two. Mm-hmm. And then where's he after those? Probably up there.
I would probably say he's just after. Maybe Harry and then him. Maybe
they don't like pretty Harry high up. Prince Philip. They don't like Harry more than Prince Philip. Sure.
I don't know. People love Harry. I pretty damn high up. Like especially after watching The Crown, he is a pretty integral part. I mean, he's if you just looked at not as royals and kings and queens, and you just looked at it as a family, he's a sort of the male head of the family. Obviously, the Queen is a female and
the matron,
but he's a sort of male head of if you just looked at it as a family. Yeah. So
tall guy as well.
A massive role.
Respect for his height. Yeah, respect for his height. Sort of, he had the good lean as a tall man.
Yeah,
but what I'd say is also, I sort of my final thoughts on this is big up to him for being a man who was not in charge and having that position, and in some ways like being the original feminist.
Low-key, like progressive, but having to take a side.
Yeah.
And I think that was a big, and they emphasized this on The Crown again, but like he was a sort of naval ship captain and was deemed pretty important before in his role and everything he did before marrying the Queen and her becoming the Queen. But then, once her dad died, everything changed, and he instantly had to put aside his entire life and just be in the background kind of thing. Which, look, whatever. Obviously, there's lots of people. There's much harder jobs. Blah 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 blah. But that is the difficult thing.
Yeah, for those men who are like, I have to be the breadwinner and be the my wife must cook and clean. Nah, look at this guy. Yeah, he rocks up. For 74 years of marriage, man is just helping out. It's a low-key progressive role for a man in the public eye to just be the second fiddle to the Queen's awesomeness. So big up yourself, Prince Philip.
Well done.
And may you rest in peace. And if you got a Duke of Edinburgh award, you have to go do it again.
Yeah. I'll go. I mean, I only did bronze, so
bronze.
Just go walk around the park.
Exactly. Yeah. You have to get down the road and back, and you have to get back.
And I got helping old lady cross the road while I'm at it, and then I've got it.
It was actually your mate just in a shawl, just to make sure I got it, because old women are they're a bit annoying. But yeah, well done for your bronze, Tom. I never did it. It wasn't a thing for me. Never was asked.
Oh really?
Nah, never was asked. I don't think I even got offered. I don't think it was like a I
They
don't
probably
know.
just looked at you and they just thought, "Him outside,
He
nightmare."
can't
They do
survive
it in
war.
summer. Not a point.
I think
What's the
that's the
point?
point. Yeah, yeah, true enough. We can't have deaths of
We
children.
don't want to get sued. So yeah, of
We
course
can't
not.
have the death of a poor, pale ginger boy on our
Yeah,
hands.
yeah,
We're just gonna leave
absolutely
him,
not.
be like, "Sorry, mate, not doing Duke of Edinburgh this year." Where are they going
Yeah,
on that bus with all those sunglasses and
yeah.
fun? Nah, nah, nowhere, mate. They're just going to
Mate, that
orphanage
you actually, they're
orphanage.
going to Wales in May,
Yeah.
and that could go either way.
Yeah,
So,
exactly. We don't know. Um, do you wanna people watching on the YouTube, do you wanna know how I got this plaster?
for those listening, Ali Woods has got a plaster on his head. I assume, I don't know, he was recreating where he was dropped as a baby or what. I don't know what.
Recreate, yes, solely, individually recreate just
Yeah,
my own life. I just wanted to
yeah,
recreate
yeah.
that big point. Um, it's just a fashion statement. There's nothing under this. Just the I'm bringing back the Nelly hot and
Oh,
here
you're like, "No,"
era
yeah.
of just
Yeah,
plaster on the
but instead
forehead.
of a cool white plaster, you've gone for sort of skin tone, or what would be skin tone for most white people.
Yeah.
Yeah,
This is what they
kind of
expect whites
forehead
to do. I
plaster.
actually put on the clear plaster, and that is
Yeah,
actually very
perfect.
similar to my colour.
Yeah,
Translucent
sellotape. Yeah,
translucent sort
yeah,
of film. Um,
yeah.
so I've got back into playing some football because you're allowed to now,
Cool.
and, our team is not good. We play I never usually get to play because I'm gigging, so I'm really excited to play again because we used to play just when I came out of uni, wasn't when I wasn't gigging much. And, and I'm excited to be back and playing, but we are not good, and it is if any, it's gotten worse. Like, it's the scouting strategy is get people in who are mates, decent blokes,
Yeah,
not good at football. That is the
solid
hiring
chaps.
policy.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
yeah,
Just like nice guys that would like you could have a chat with afterwards and aren't gonna like get angry at losing and all that
yeah,
shit,
yeah.
or like throw a tantrum or anything like that. Just nice guys. But there's no real passing or like we can't score goals. So our games are very low scoring. It's like we can
Rough,
score like
rough.
3 goals in a five-a-side, which is very
Yeah,
is criminally low for five-a-side where you're
yeah,
like, you're 10 seconds from the opponent's goal. If that, and you should be normally games in five-a-side are sort of like 14-10 or something like
yeah,
that, but ours are
yeah.
like 3-2. Like ours are not.
So I actually, for my scouting strategy, we used to play in the Power League, and we had a seven-a-side team,
Yeah.
and my scouting strategy was find people who were actually really good / semi-professional to cover my mistakes.
Nice.
That was
But that's what we
that
need a
was
bit more of
huge.
that. We need a bit more of, was in Watford Academy when they were 17 or whatever.
Yeah,
Like
we had a
that's
couple of those guys.
yes.
We had a guy, played half a season in the MLS. That's what I'm talking.
That's sick. That's sick, man. We need a bit of
Yeah,
that because no one can really shoot. This is the problem. So anyway, so to compound this, I got an injury this yesterday. It was
right.
our free kick.
A head injury, which is interesting on a pitches that you're not allowed to head
You're
on,
not
which is
allowed.
quite
You're literally not allowed to
yeah,
head the ball. If it goes over head height, it's a foul.
yeah,
So it's our free kick, sort of halfway, maybe slightly close to their goal. And the guy's over it, my mate's over it, and we're like, what are we gonna do? And you're trying to move and get some space. And I'm like, right, I'm just gonna move and get some space, and he's gonna lay it off, and
yeah,
I can just have a shot from sort of halfway, and maybe we'll go in. And so I sort of try to drop a shoulder, lose my man, run back around to go hit it. I'm right footed. I'm expecting he's gonna roll it to my right. He rolls
yeah,
it to my left. So I'm now running at like full speed because I think the only contact I'm going to make with this ball is to just whack it. But now the ball's sort of slightly
perfect.
behind me and to my left. So I'm trying to like collect it whilst running full speed. I start to trip over. There's like loads of bodies there because people are surrounding the free kick.
Yeah,
I just smack into my
clank.
friend, my own mate's head.
Oh,
Our
it's bad.
heads
It's embarrassing.
proper connect, right? And to the point where the ref like stops the game again because it's like because I found my own play, but then we're both like holding our heads. And my
Mm.
mate goes off to get checked, and then I will play on. I end up scoring a goal, and it's 1-1. And then the ref goes, "Your head's bleeding." So I'm like, whatever, mate. Just I'm whatever. Game's gone if you have to go. But he's like, you have to obviously go off and get that checked. So I go to the guy and he wipes it, and I've got this cut on my head now from colliding with my own player, and then we end up losing the game, obviously. But that
of
was
course,
that was it. So I've got this now plaster that I'm rocking because I think it's a bit too grim.
Nelly.
It's a bit too grim to show off. But yeah,
Okay.
bad.
Well, maybe we can get some kind of, I don't know, GoFundMe page to help you out with head injuries in
Yeah.
five-a-side football where you can't head the ball.
Yeah. It's
Talking of potential injuries, ladies and gentlemen, if you're under 30, you're not getting the Astrazeneca jab. You're not having it.
Your blood clots.
There's your blood clots. There's a different option going to be given to us if we want it, because they've deemed it that there is some relation with blood clots and the vaccine.
I will say
it's
this point,
obviously incredibly loose.
Yeah. It's like literally, it's like 0.0000002% or something like that. Like that is the probability. Something madly small.
Low.
It has happened, but it's same with any sort of medical procedure. Like there is just a tiny portion which it won't work with. We'll have some problems with. So just the stance on the podcast, I feel I'm confident saying this, Tom. You might disagree with me. Is still to get your vaccine.
Get your vaccine? No. What? Oh, mate, rather you than me. Oh, I won't be having that. Oh, what?
I've been duped. Exactly. Yeah, I'll tell you.
What?
Next thing you're going to say,
mate, this is just the beginning. Yeah. Oh, I'm telling you, this is the beginning. Oh, you just wait. You wait and see. Oh, in 6 months' time, people will be losing an ear. And we'll be like, it's just one ear. He's just barely up to 21.
Yeah.
Right. You'll see. You'll see.
You've been listening to mainstream media again, haven't you? That's what's been happening.
Yeah.
Tell you
what you been watching? BBC?
BBC? Yeah, you fucking pleb. You idiot.
Idiot.
Can't listen to those guys. Idiot. I think that still go get your vaccine. And it's a shame that it's happening. It's happening, and it's happened for some people. It's sad. Happening more in women. So
yeah,
unlucky ladies. But you've had a good run. You've had your life. Your life's been great. So,
yeah.
Finally, women have to suffer because men are normally the ones who have to suffer everything.
Yeah, we normally get the bad medical things. So,
so that is obviously bad news, and it's going to lead to vaccine delays, which is annoying because I feel like what we talked about last week, the vaccine passports. Like I feel like I'm never getting a vaccine, and I want to get one.
Well, this is pretty easy come, easy go with the old vaccine passport as well, because that was sort of like, oh yeah, we're definitely going to do that and trial it, and now I feel like it's gone a bit quiet, and it's definitely not going to be done.
Well, we know from specific, like there was an instance, Hot Water Comedy Club in Liverpool, which I've played at. It's a great club. We're supposed to do a trial event on the 16th, a week from today when we're recording, on the 16th of April.
For vaccine passports,
but they apparently said it was a trial event, but they didn't know that they weren't told until a few days before this came out that you'd need vaccine passports. So the government said, we're going to do this event with you. And they were like, that sounds great. And then once they'd already agreed it later, so this week, at the start of this week, they said, by the way, we're going to need vaccine passports for this. And they went, oh, right. So they changed the event description.
That's not like the government. It's just surprise people.
Just change their minds, especially with Liverpool as well. They're like, Liverpool, you can do it. They're never going to vote for us. We'll just this is where we're trying. They could have said, oh yeah, by the way, we're using your venue to trial a new poisonous gas. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Sorry,
to get all the people in there.
Yeah, I know you thought it was a comedy club, but but this got a load of backlash from the people of Liverpool who don't want vaccine passports. And so there is clearly this problem.
No, I don't think black vaccine passports is a good idea. I don't think it will work. I think
so they cancelled the event, by the way. So they've cancelled the event.
Yeah, good. Because I honestly don't think vaccine passports is the way to go. I just think it's up to you whether you want to have a vaccine or because it wasn't even vaccine, it was like negative tests and stuff as well. Just like the admin required, and anything that requires a lot of admin instantly won't work. Just won't work. We know this from track and trace. We know this from all the other bullshit they tried to do. It's just not going to work. Track and
trace wasn't even admin. It just didn't do anything. It was just like
it
was like someone in your area has coronavirus. So don't do anything. It's like, all right.
Just, what? Okay, all right.
Just
fine. Be vigilant. Be vigilant.
Yeah. Stay alert. Stay.
Stay alert.
Are you still alert, Tom? Are you still? I'm still up in alert.
I'm pretty alert,
Yeah.
Control the virus.
How alert? That's what I'm gonna ask on my date. How alert are you? Like, are you when I
Yeah.
go on dates? I'm like, are you like?
Your babe.
Because I was alert to you walking in the room just now. You know what I'm saying?
Did you
You
see
know what
it?
I'm saying, bro? He's like,
Oh, okay,
all right, okay. She's a funny one, you know. She's a funny one now.
She got time. She looking out for the virus. So yeah, look, a vaccine passports was always, I think, doomed to fail.
It's not been
the
scrapped
next
yet, though.
bit
It's not been scrapped yet, though. Could happen. Could happen.
really.
I honestly think I said this last one. I honestly think just leave it up to the venue, whatever they want to do, and that's their own
Yeah.
call. And you just have to say it like the age you have to be to enter certain venues. Like that is there. If it's serving alcohol, it has to be 18, but people can make it 21. Like you can change. You should just. There are some bars that probably would do well, especially in the liberal woke Shoreditch areas where it's like everyone here has to have a vaccine passport to show that you've had it. Like like it's a completely COVID safe. But there are lots of places in the UK they don't give a solitary fuck. They don't know anyone who's had COVID. They don't believe it exists. They want to go back to the pub and start getting
And
off
have a laugh.
with the people they went to school with, and that is
people like Ali Woods, will campaign for that, right? Until
I'm gigging at these
yeah.
places because I'm gigging at these
Yeah.
places.
Come and see me. Come and fucking see me.
Speaking of coming, to me, shout out everyone who's bought tickets to my online show. We got another announcement which will be coming out next week, but I'll keep that under wraps for now. But there's an online show 29th of April. It is exclusive content. It's a Q&A. There's VIP tickets as well that gets you extra interactive stuff. You can buy that. They can buy those tickets on my Instagram.
If you get those VIP tickets, you will get to see him without a shirt on. That's all I'll say. That's all I'll say.
A blinding light. I'll get over you. I don't give a shit. Just whatever.
Yeah. That is the premium OnlyFans content that you're
That's
after.
the only
those VIP tickets.
I have people.
I have interest. How much is a VIP ticket?
It's £184. No, £10. £10 for VIP.
£10 VIP.
Very important person.
Yeah, you can get front row in this Zoom based gig. You can literally be front row.
You get to be on stage. You get to be on stage on the virtual stage. It's crazy. It's some cool stuff. Okay. Some cool stuff going on. But yeah, thank you to everyone who's bought them already. But you can buy them still now. They're still available.
I would like if the cheap tickets, your just screen that you got to watch the gig on was much smaller.
Yeah, that's what we should do.
It's a little, really small screen if you pay for the budget tickets.
And then it gives you, it's like a Ryanair, like you buy that and then you upgrade. You can upgrade upgrade for £8.50. Like, or just half the screen.
Your sound quality improves as well.
Like. Just half the screen as well. So like you can't see anything that's going on the right side of your screen. Want to watch full screen? Upgrade today.
Low price. Low price.
Easy to do. But thank you everyone who's just before we move on to Agony Uncle, but not in a weird way, I think we should just mention the last little bit which you wanted to talk about, which is foreign travel, which is still well up in the air. Tom,
who knows?
How are you looking?
Who knows?
You should have been in Dubai this year, but you weren't. I'm really sad for you.
I should have been in Jamaica. Cry for me.
That's where his audience is, guys. He's big in
Dubai and Jamaica.
He's big in the.
You wouldn't think it, but I'm huge. Yeah. So, friend of the show, Andre De Freitas, went instead of me, I think, and he had a good time. So I'm gutted that I didn't get to go gig for the good people of Dubai, but I guess I will hopefully get back in on that gig at some point in the future. With regards to like actual holidays and stuff, interesting. I think especially as Europe's currently in parts of it are in serious lockdown. I don't know how foreign travel abroad is going to work exactly, but I definitely don't think it will be in May like they originally said it would be.
Yeah, no chance. There's no chance, mate.
Yeah,
because that's
I would say probably like June. I would have thought maybe June is probably.
But look, guys, as we said before, we will be releasing tickets soon for the Butlins lockdown experience, the isolation station. It's gonna be popping.
I think if we managed to rent a sort of Butlins or maybe camper vans, and we did a gig, right?
Pontins.
Yeah, Pontins. We did a gig, and then maybe we got some kind of DJ or band or Bradley from S Club 7, whatever, to DJ afterwards. That's a package that people would pay for.
Yes,
H from Steps,
Yeah.
yeah.
We're playing all your favorites: Avicii, Calvin Harris,
Yeah.
Tiesto.
Yeah. If you don't have rips in your jeans, why are you
Exactly. We've
here?
got one
Okay?
room of huge, big, anthemic dance music from
Yeah.
David Guetta, Swedish House Mafia, the
Yeah.
big ones. And then in the other room, it's your Village Hall cheesy classics. We're talking
Yeah.
S Club Juniors, even. We're talking
That's what I go to school
That's
for,
what
you
we're
know?
talking
That's
Busted. We're talking Toto Africa. It's all there. It's all there. So yeah. So you can buy. We'll release those tickets later. VIP for that will actually be 184 quid. But for that, you get to tickle Tom. So that's fun. That's fun. Tickle Tom. And also we'll just have a good time. So that is the news over. Tom Elwes, you've been asking for people's life mares this week. What you got for us?
What have I got for you, ladies and gentlemen? What have I got? Well, we had a few come in. We had lots of people. A lot of you are like saying things. Okay, I don't know. This is probably showing off my audience more than anything. I think possibly because this
Oh,
is
my life mare is
elder.
like I'm in love with you, and you're so
Wait for
fit.
this. Wait for this. Elderflower cordial was out of stock, and Tesco delivered a subpar substitute.
Is that you?
This is not
Is that
what we
your life?
were after, ladies and
Is that your life
gentlemen.
mare, Tom?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Oh my god, that's like it's one of those things where it's like it's a really little thing, but it's like it's sort of huge. At the same time, it's like I was really looking forward to that elderflower cordial.
Yeah. It would have really made my week in lockdown, but
Yeah.
now it's just bloody
I've had
ruined.
to bloody drink Ribena. It's an absolute disgrace. Like, it's just
Yeah.
not the same. You can taste the sugar.
Yeah, I'm fuming. Bloody
That is your
fuming.
audience, though.
Okay. I want to buy a house with my partner, but he won't be ready for another 2 years.
Why 2 years? What a weird.
I don't
How do you know you're going to be
Yeah,
ready in
2
2
years is
years?
well, I guess like emotionally as opposed to
Financially.
financially.
Why do you know you're going to
Yeah.
be ready
He's
in
just
2
not ready.
years?
I don't know.
Well, okay. So speaking as someone who's never had a relationship longer than 3 months, so yeah, I'm sort of an expert. I would say on this one, you've had a conversation, which is good. At least he's been honest and he's not said, "Yeah, let's buy a house," and then you've noticed that he's sort of going, "Yeah, I'll have a look, mate. When I've just got to finish Line of Duty first. I feel like that's really taking up my brain space. And then once I've got this season done, I can look to houses." So at least he's not doing that, which is good. You got to ask yourself, 2 years is going to fly by. It really is. You got to ask yourself, do I have to do this immediately? Am I able to wait 2 years and still be with this person, or is this something to break up over? I feel like it's not, but it's up to you, because if you want to move on with your life and that's a big deal for you, then fine. Just make sure that he's not saying to this or her or them or whoever, that they're not saying to you like, "Oh, they're just saying 2 years and they've just plucked a number out of the air." Just make sure, ask them what's going to change in 2 years. That's what I'd say. And then continue
Mm,
the conversation. It's like, why 2 years? What is happening
mm.
here? Um,
2 years is a weird time
it's a
frame.
weird
It's a
time
weird.
frame. Suspicious.
That feels like a guy who just plucked that figure out of the air and was like, yeah, 2
Yeah,
years,
what's
2
a long
years.
enough time for me to make up a reason that I need to
Yeah, yeah.
spend
2
another
years,
length of
2 years.
time? Yeah, 2 years.
Yeah,
What's going to change in that time? I don't know. I feel like now's a good time to buy if you're going to buy, because house prices, if you're in
stamp
London anyway,
duty as well
are
and
cheaper.
everything, and
Yeah, I don't know what that means, but yeah. So
yeah, you will get it is a good time to buy. So I don't know, maybe 2 years just feels like he's buying time. Maybe
that's the only
speak
thing
to
he's
him.
buying. That's the only thing he's willing to buy is time.
Yeah,
Start with
time,
that. Go in,
time.
go in really hot-headed. That always works.
Yeah, yeah. Back them into a corner and make them feel
Yeah,
unsafe.
yeah. Oh, and also surprise them as well. Be having like a nice dinner, and then go, "You know what? What's really annoying me about you?" Just start like that.
Anything you're buying. Yeah, yeah. Really make them feel unsafe.
Yeah,
Sort of give them an intervention, but with a torch in their
yeah.
face.
Wait till they're at Tesco and they're like, "Oh, do you want me to buy some more kitchen roll?" Oh, you're willing to buy that, are you?
Oh,
Okay.
oh, okay.
Right. Now we get to some of his kitchen
Oh,
roll. everyone's happy, but I want to start a life together, and suddenly that's all a problem. Oh, 2023, is that when you're gonna fucking love me? Yeah, start with
Yeah.
that. Start with that.
Yeah, ask. Yeah, maybe I would I'll go in with the probing questions of why 2 years and get to the bottom of that. And if it's just I'm really not ready and I need 2 more years, then you maybe have to sit back and go, okay, am I willing to wait? And if you're not, then that's a different conversation. However, if you decide, okay, actually 2 years that seems reasonable, we're both at different places in our life. He's obviously not there just yet. When you decide it's okay, then cool. If he can't really give you a reason why the 2 years and he's just pulled it out of his ass because he just doesn't want to, then I don't know. It's not looking so good.
Yeah, and then when he starts talking about going traveling in 2023, then he starts.
Yeah, yeah.
Might be some
It's
red
like, oh, I've
flags
just
there.
booked my plane actually
Yeah.
for that round
Oh,
trip.
it's really annoying. Yeah, no, I literally spent all my money. I've joined the circus, so like
Yeah.
that's gonna be like, but
Oh, that's mad. What?
give me 2 years.
Yeah. 2023. I've actually just signed a lease on a house for 6 years. So that's just
Yeah,
nuts. Oh
with my
god.
mum.
Yeah. Whoa. Oh. Yeah.
Uh,
So, investigation. We'd like to hear back. If you could give us some more info, I'll come back to you with the updates next week, hopefully.
yes. Cool.
Okay.
Okay. So
Fail mail.
fail mail. So thank you very much for everyone who sent in their fail mail this week, guys. As always, it's an absolute treat to see the horrors that have been going on, the funny the stuff that we like. As I said, when we conceived this show, when we conceived this show, it was about celebrating the failures, and fail mail really encapsulate that. So thank you very much. This week's fail mail was your worst / funniest school trips. So we all remember some of them were good. School trips generally fun, but some of them have gone better than others. So let's go for a look. Right, this is a funny one. Pretty gentle. Some of these, quite these are pretty gentle as well. And obviously, there's a lot of needing bodily functions as well. This one's pretty gentle. Right?
Mm.
The school organised a trip to watch Othello at the Globe Theatre for A-level exams. Very fancy. We didn't know until we got there that it was the hip hop version, which didn't help with
Okay.
English lit.
Nice. Nice.
But also, I could just imagine as well the the lameness of the hip hop version of Othello.
Oh yeah. Just so bad.
Also, because that show is about race as well, it's
Yeah.
about him. But obviously, I'm sure you haven't read any Shakespeare, but I have, and it's about how he's black and he's the Moor, and they don't really
Yeah.
accept him into their society. So just like him rapping and going like, yo, don't play like,
Yeah.
oh my God,
Accept me
my
for
name's
who I
Othello,
am.
and I'm
'Cause
here
I'm
to
a-
say you're not
yeah.
accepting me for who I am today.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. Amazing.
I think would be fantastic. Went to
It reminds me of that reminds me of, just remember at school, or maybe you didn't get to do this, but at school when you did English, when you did Romeo and Juliet, like the cool teacher would always put on the Baz Luhrmann version of Romeo and Juliet
oh yeah,
with
and be like,
Leonardo
yeah,
DiCaprio.
check out this,
Yeah.
lads. Yeah, you thought.
Check this out. This is pretty hip. This is pretty cool.
What do you think? Yeah, guys, what do you think of Shakespeare? Boring?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Boring. Yeah.
Unrelatable? Yeah.
Unrelatable. Dull. Let me show you this.
Strap yourselves in, guys.
Yeah.
Because
You're about to have your mind blown.
exactly. Yeah. So went on a 2-night trip to Nottingham for a conference for kids applying to medical school. This is where it gets a bit weird. Then we were told our every move was being watched, and if we leaked any secret tips, we would get blacklisted from applying to medical school. Turns out,
Okay. Sort of internment camp for a medical school of applicants. Okay.
what twist? Turns out,
Yeah.
the speakers claiming to be doctors were all actors.
Oh wow. Okay.
Was a good excuse for a bunch of 16-year-olds to get smashed in Nottingham uni halls, though. So they had a good
Yeah.
time, but that's literally
Oh, that's good.
gone. Like, they've literally gone them. They basically said, don't tell anyone what we're saying here because we're making it all up
Yeah.
and it's a load of
Yeah.
actors.
Yeah.
How
And they got a load of actors who clearly don't know, who are like reading the lines off before, and like just someone sticks their hand up and like asks a medical question, and they'd be like, yeah, so
they go,
if you just like refer to your textbook, like you'll
yeah,
be able to
yeah.
find out,
A
you
lot of
know,
medicine is confidence, guys. You've got to believe
yeah,
you're a doctor,
yeah,
okay?
yeah.
Um,
Look at yourself in the mirror and be like, I am a doctor.
I'm a
I
doctor, yeah.
am doctor.
This one's from friend of the show, Leanne, who has sent in a lot of these in the past. Stayed at a cottage in Wales as part of a history club trip. Lame.
Cool. Yeah.
Sorry, Leanne. And we caught one of the boys in action throwing sheep poo at our dorm window. It's
Amazing.
just, that dude is just definitely, I want to know what's going on in
Yeah.
that guy's life now. Like,
Yeah.
right, so those are more of the stories. Actually, it's got this one as well. So not technically their one, but went to the theatre to see Rock of Ages, and there was a school trip there from Wales.
Yeah.
We're based in Southampton. There were definitely year 7 kids there. Rock of Ages, if you haven't watched it, includes strippers and Kevin Clifton off Strictly getting a simulated blowy. Then it says, wondered if they were expecting School of Rock.
Yeah. Excellent. You know, that reminds me of in Edinburgh last year going to see that improvised musical thing. What is it? It's like the
Oh
musical.
yeah,
They do
there's
musicals,
a lot of
impro
showstoppers
musicals.
and
Showstoppers. That was it.
yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, they did a song from Avenue Q called like "Fucky Against the Wall," but they didn't realize there was an entire primary school in the audience,
Primary school.
and their teacher was like freaking out because they were like "fuck her against the wall," and I was just like, "Oh no."
Jesus. But the show must go on. That's what you got to do.
Yeah.
Right, let's get to some quicker ones. Visiting a rabbit farm was great until we realised the rabbits were there for lab
Be
tests.
slaughtered for their coats. Yeah. Or just,
They've said it ruined the whole vibe.
yeah, really brought it down, real dull. Yeah. First bit of the tour, amazing.
Yeah,
As we got
exactly.
towards the end, got a bit more depressing. Yeah.
Time I pissed myself in the middle of Bruges. Survived an hour coach journey without anybody noticing. Impressive. That is impressive. The smell and the patch to get through that, fair enough. Unless he's like, nobody noticed, and everyone was like, Greg's definitely pissed himself.
He's seen. Yeah.
Nobody noticed. Funnily enough, no one sat within 2 seats of me. Weird. This is an interesting one. Went to a school trip just the day after my first day at the gym. I sat in the middle of a palace and cried.
Oh, okay.
I assume the pain was too bad.
Yeah.
Fell asleep on bus. Girl painted my nails. When
Ah.
home, mum discussed with me how it's okay to be gay.
Wow. Okay.
Sort of weirdly progressive and regressive in the same
Yeah.
breath
Yeah.
there
Yeah.
from mother.
Sort of, kind of trying to do the right
Yeah.
thing, but getting it wrong.
I've noticed you've tried to be an individual today, and it's fine to be homosexual.
Yeah.
That's what the mum said.
Oh,
What else we got here? Skiing to Italy when I was 10. Grazie.
Cool.
Threw up on the bus on the way down and nearly died 3 times.
Wow. Okay, so I've got a similar sort of thing. I didn't actually, but we were in Switzerland camping, right? It's like and we're up a mountain, and they just said to us, just don't drink. Like that's the only, if you drink, you're getting sent home.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't actually get caught, but one of my mates did. 2 of my mates did, right? And their parents were so pissed off because they were like, if you get caught, we're sending you home on the next flight. The only next flight out was a business class flight, and their parents all had to pay like $1,000 each, just like in the flight cost to send them home. And you've never seen such pissed off parents in your entire life.
Bougie parents, they splash around on that respect. Damn.
They didn't have a choice. No, they had no choice. The school paid and then charged the parents.
Oh wow, shit.
Yeah.
Man, fucking. And the thing is as well, at that age, the drinking's so lame as well. It's not like you were having like a big party.
It was like literally a few beers.
Yeah,
like,
exactly. And then oh shit.
But basically what happened, one girl got too drunk and she ruined it for everyone.
Classic. What is she like? Oh, sorry. Well, if you're that girl, you got some explaining to these parents. Classic French trip, mouldy bus baguettes, drunken teachers breaking up dorm parties. Sounds brilliant. That sounds like a fucking laugh.
Yeah.
The year 10 French Alps trip, everyone got food poisoning, 4 days puking and shitting. Yep, true.
Mhm.
Someone's given a two-parter. Isle of Wight Sailing Academy, drowned. Thorpe Park Swarm Ride, heart attack.
Excellent.
Great sentence here. I puked thrice on the bus.
Right. Just there's always a kid who puked on a coach. Wherever the coach was, there's always
I
someone
think that
spewing
we're
on it.
hearing from these children here.
Yeah, yeah, the spewers.
This is great as well. No more context in this. I shit in my pants.
Great.
And then final one might be my favorite. 2 words. Funeral directors.
Worst school trip of all time.
So kids,
Yeah,
this
we'll go
is
to
the
the,
funeral
directors,
directors.
yeah.
This is
Yeah.
the dead bodies where they put them. You'll all end up in here someday. Yeah, this is. You remember your nan? She's in this room.
Yeah. Stuff.
Shocker. But yeah, thank you very much for sending all those in. That was an absolute delight to read through. And look, we're here to celebrate failure and the times it goes wrong. So this is what it's all about. Just cathartic. Get over it. It's all
Good
good. We've all been
times,
there.
guys. Yeah.
I myself
Okay,
I haven't had any real shockers on school trips, to be honest. I've just fairly boring. I stick to the rules, so fairly dull stuff to be
I
honest.
can imagine you literally, just absolutely love. You're the person that you do the geography field trip to Thorpe Park, which I did do, and you actually like fill out the stupid forms and like ask people questions. Yeah.
Well, how's he gonna learn?
Yeah. Mate, I was just like fucking filling them in as I was on Nemesis, just like yeah, sweet mate, sweet.
Yeah, exactly. You're not going to further your education being on stealth, Tom.
Yeah. As I'm going up Colossus, just, yeah, mate. What?
Yeah,
just asking people behind me, like, what do you reckon? Would you say this is a brown field or a green field site? What's the
difference? But yeah, thank you very much for everyone sending this in. It was brilliant.
Yeah, cool. Thank you, guys. I've been Tom Elwes. You can follow me at all good social media platforms. That's Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. Ali.
I've been Ali Woods. Thank you very much for listening to this. You can follow me at Ali Woods Gigs. If you don't already, you're missing out. And also, that is, again, my show, all online. You can get a ticket wherever you are in the world. It is on 29th of April, 9 p.m. It's an hour long, and it's got all exclusive content, Q&As, VIP interactive stuff. So get a ticket if you want. You can find out on my Instagram the link to get tickets. And also, early bird tickets are only for 1 week. So if you haven't got one already, that will end on Wednesday. So Wednesday after this podcast. So get them while you can. But genuinely, thank you very much for listening to another episode of All I Do Is Fail. We hope you look after yourself, take care, have a good one, and we'll see you next week.
Okay, bye.
Bye-bye.